Hello, entrepreneurs. Welcome back to the Business Coaching and Mentoring Program. We're in our second session, and today we're going to be looking at strategic planning. And this includes things such as the business model canvas, business planning, SWOT analysis, and SMART goal setting. I'm your facilitator, Lanicia Roden. First thing that we're going to delve into is the business model canvas. And I'm going to play an introductory video for you to understand what the business model canvas is. This video is from strategizer.com.
An organization's business model can be described with 9 basic building blocks: your customer segments, your value proposition for each segment, the channels to reach customers, customer relationships you establish, the revenue streams you generate, the key resources and key activities you require to create value, the key partners, and the cost structure of the business model. But it's not sufficient to just enumerate the 9 building blocks. What you really want to do is to map them out on a pre-structured canvas. This is what we call the business model canvas, a tool that helps you map, discuss, design, and invent new business models. Let's briefly go through the 9 building blocks, starting with the customer segments. These are all the people or organizations for which you're creating value. This includes simple users and paying customers. For each segment, you have a specific value proposition. These are the bundles of products and services that create value for your customers. The channels describe through which touchpoints you're interacting with customers and delivering value. The customer relationships outline the type of relationship you're establishing with your customers. The revenue streams make clear how and through which pricing mechanisms your business model is capturing value. Then you need to describe the infrastructure to create, deliver, and capture value. The key resources show which assets are indispensable in your business model. The key activities show which things you really need to be able to perform well. The key partners show who can help you leverage your business model, since you won't own all key resources yourself, nor will you perform all key activities. Then once you understand your business model's infrastructure, you'll also have an idea of its cost structure. So with the business model canvas, you can map out your entire business model in one image. This works for startup entrepreneurs just as well as for the most senior executives.
So you've seen the video of the business model canvas. So let us delve into it. What is a business model? So a business model is really a blueprint of how your business operates. It is about creating value by putting together the right elements to enable success in your business. So I wanted to highlight three main things. First one is that there is no one business model. Each business will have a different business model. There's also no right business model. So your business model is suitable for your business. Someone else's business model is suitable for their business, and a business model can look differently. Next, there is only the most effective business model. So you want to create a business model that works for you. You want to create a blueprint and a roadmap for your business that is most effective for you, that works for you. So you'd have seen from the video the 9 elements of the business model canvas. And I'm going to go through in details to help you to understand if you are able to get all of these 9 elements correctly, if you understand them and you're able to build them out in your business, then you can have a very successful business. So the first element that we want to look at is what we call the customer segments. When you think about or hear about customer segments, you want to ask yourself, for whom are we creating value? Who are you selling your products or services to? Who are you offering value? So the customer segment defines the different groups of people or organizations that a business aims to reach and serve. So your customer segment, it's everyone that you decide to sell to, and they might be in different groups. It could also be organizations. You may have a business that sells your products and services to other businesses or companies, not just individuals. Your customer segments represents a different or a separate group if their needs require a distinct offer. So say for example, you have a clothing business, you sell clothes. You may find that the needs are different for each of your customer. You may sell male clothes, you may sell female clothes, you may sell uniform for students, and you may sell professional wear for adults or dresses and outfits that can be worn to a party, for example. So the needs will be different. The needs of the males will be different from the needs of the females. The needs of school children will be different from that of working adults. Your customer segment represents a separate group if they are reached through different distribution channels. So what does that mean? It means that your customers get your product through different channels. So we are still at the clothing store or the clothing business, and you find that there are some of your customers who will come to you to purchase the outfits, but there are some of them who they may see the outfits from social media. So you might have shared all of your stock, all of the clothes that you sell via WhatsApp. You may put them on your Instagram page. You may also have a website for your business, and people will purchase online. They may order through WhatsApp or order through Instagram, maybe transfer the money to you somewhat, and then you send the outfit to them by delivery. That is what we mean by different distribution channels. So it means that you will have to reach them in different ways. You're going to reach the ones who are online in a different way from you would reach those who will walk past your store or walk past your business and just pop in and shop. They require a different type of relationship. So the relationship that you have with somebody who may walk in might be different from the relationship you have with somebody online. You may always have to be posting updated new outfits online. Okay? The person who is purchasing online may not be able to try the outfit. So it means that you may have to post the outfit in a way that they can see how it looks on someone else. The relationship that you have with a student may be purchasing uniforms once per year or twice per year. It may be different from someone who is working, who may purchase outfits every month. They're willing to pay for different aspects of the offer. So again, the persons online are willing to pay for delivery. while the person who walks in, they're just going to pay for the item itself. So all of this is what your customer segment is about. Second one is your value proposition. The value proposition describes the bundle of products and services that create value for a specific customer segment. So we already know the customer segment. What are or what is your value proposition? What value are you offering? Now, we started by looking at the clothing store. What value are you adding to persons who work? You are selling them outfits that they can wear to work. That is the value that you're offering them. You're selling them lovely outfits that they can wear, professional outfits that they can wear to work. What value are you adding to someone who may party? You might be selling them trendy outfits that they can wear to a party or any other entertainment event. So there are some questions that you must ask yourself to determine your value proposition. What value do you deliver to your customers? So the value is what you're selling. You're not just selling any clothes. You're selling high quality, trendy clothing, reasonable priced that your customers can offer. Which of your customers' problems are you helping to solve? There might be customers who are complaining that they can't get any professional looking clothes to wear to work, and you may sell these. There might be customers who are saying, yes, they're professional clothes, but they're not trendy, they're not high quality. And it could be that your business is solving that problem. The third question is, what bundles of products and services are we offering or are you offering to each of your customers? And by bundles, we mean, have you decided on any packages? Are you grouping any products? Are you grouping any of your services? So you are selling clothes. You may sell a pantsuit. So instead of selling the pants separately and the top separately, you may put them together. You may pair them so that your customer can first see that, oh, wow, these two things go together. I could wear that as a full outfit. And it could be that if the customer decides to purchase the full outfit, they get a discount just because they purchased it together. So that is what we mean by bundle of products and services. So if they were purchasing the pants separately from the top, then it would be two separate costs and it could be more expensive. But when you put them together and you're like, they buy the top, they buy the bottom, then it is at a discounted rate. Then you want to ask yourself, which customer needs are you satisfying? What are the needs of your customers? Customers need clothes. We all need clothes to wear, to work, to school, just to go out to the supermarket, wherever we're going. And so you are satisfying that need for clothing in your clothing business. That is your value proposition. The next thing that we want to look at is your customer relationships. Now, your customer relationships describe the specific relationship that the company establishes with specific customer segments. Customer relationships are usually driven by specific motivations. So what relationship do you have with your customers? Do you only sell them the outfit and that's it? They never hear from you again? You never hear from them again? How do you maintain relationships with your customers? Very important. Now, the relationships will help you to get new customers. It could be that you're going to promote, you're going to market online, you're going to share information, how to care for this top, how to care for this pants that you sell. And if you're giving information about caring for clothing, caring for outfits, then you may attract new customers. How do you retain your old customers? So you get a customer. Do you end the relationship after the customer purchases? No, you want to retain the customer so the next time this customer needs more outfits, they're coming back to you. So did you offer excellent customer service? Did you send them a thank you note after they purchased? Did you send them maybe a happy birthday? Do you know their birthday? Did you take any information from the customer to maybe send them happy birthday so that they remember you? The point is that as a business, you always want your customers to keep you in mind. You want your customers to have your business at the forefront of their mind at all times. So whenever the customer needs an outfit, your business should be the first one that they think of. Customer relationships will also help you to increase sales. The more you maintain good relationships with your customers, then you will increase your sales. If you keep on communicating with your customers, build this relationship, maintain it, then your customers will always want to come back to you. Now, here you have many companies that maintain relationships with their customers. They understand this. If we think about the companies, for example, in the telecommunications industry, they're always sending us text messages. You have some companies in life insurance where they're always sending us happy birthday messages. Some pharmacies do this too. So they send you a happy birthday on your birthday. They will also offer you maybe a 10 or 20% discount if you shop on your birthday or maybe 3 days after. They are retaining and they're building and retaining relationships with their customers. So I'll always go to that pharmacy. If the telecommunications company always sends me offers, then I'm always going to want to get their services. So customer relationships is a very important element on the business model canvas and something that you should think about as an entrepreneur. How can I build a relationship with my customer to get new customers and also to retain old ones so that I can increase my sales? Then we go to channels. Now, channels describes how a company communicates with and reaches its customer segments to deliver the value proposition. So do you see the connection? The channel describes how a company communicates with its customer segment. We've looked at that to deliver the value that your business is offering. So there are many different channels that companies can use to reach their customers. Some of the channels will include different communication channels. We can break them down into different categories. So you have the communication channels, you have the sales channels, and you have the distribution channels. Now, the communication channels mean how do you get word out to your customers? What are you using to get word out to your customers? Some persons will use text messages, some are using social media such as WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, some use email. Those are all communication channels. Sales channels, now some you're going to find overlap sometimes. So you may find that your sales channels may be the same as your communication channels. You can sell your outfits online. Right, you can sell them online. People are selling outfits on Instagram. You can also sell your outfits on your website. So you create a website, people can go on and they can purchase an outfit directly from you online. There are people making purchases just by seeing an outfit in WhatsApp. And your sales channel could also be that you have a physical location, whether it is a space in a marketplace, or you could also have a store, or it could be that you're selling from home, wherever it is. Distribution means how are your customers getting the product? So if they ordered it online, how do they get it? Did you partner with a delivery company that as the customer makes the purchase, the delivery company sends it to them? Or did you go to the post office and send it to them? Did you use one of these delivery services, whether the bus ones or others, and you take the item to them and you send it to the customer and the customer collects at the nearest location to them? Distribution could also mean if the customers are coming to you, that is your distribution center. So if you're selling from home and they come to your home to pick up the outfit that they bought, then that is your distribution channel. If you have a space or a location in the town and they come to you, that is your distribution channel. So it is how the customer gets the product that you have sold to them. What are some of the functions of channels? So channels, they raise awareness among customers about a company's value proposition. So the channels, they tell your customers about the value that you're offering, the product that you're selling, the service that you're offering. They also allow customers to purchase specific products and service. So if you have a physical location, the customers can come to you and purchase your products and service. If you are online, then that is where they're going to go to purchase your products and services. They deliver the value proposition to your customers. So your channels allow delivery of the value proposition. Remember, your value proposition is the product or services that you are offering to your customers, the value that you're providing through your products and services. And they also provide post-purchase customer support. By post-purchase customer support, we mean after the customer has purchased the item, did you just close the door right there? Or did you offer some help? And I mentioned this earlier. The help could be you sold a specific pair of pants. That pair of pants requires specific care. So you share that with the customer. Remember, do not machine wash, or remember to do this. Remember to iron it in this way. Remember to take care of it in this way. That is an example of post-purchase customer support. The next element that we want to consider is our revenue streams. Now, your revenue stream represents the cash that your business generates from each customer segment. Your revenue streams, they are the most important segment of the business model. And the reason for this is if you're not generating any revenue, if you're not making any money, then you will not have a business. Your business will not survive. And so it's very important that you know your revenue streams and you know how to generate revenue from your business. So some questions that you can ask yourself is, what value or for what value are your customers really willing to pay? Why are your customers willing to pay you? What are they paying you for? We're sticking to the clothing store, right? The clothing business. You are selling clothes. You're not just selling any kind of clothes. You're selling high quality, fashionable, and trendy outfits that people can wear to work, to an event, to school. So customers, that's the value that you're offering to customers. It could also be that the value that you're offering is the convenience. Customers can purchase the outfit online. They can get delivery. They don't have to physically come to you. So that is also a value that you're offering. And customers are willing to pay for that. For what do they currently pay? What are they paying you for? No. They're paying you for what you're selling. So you want to know what they're paying you for now so that you can increase and improve and add different revenue streams. So if you're operating your store now, your clothing store now, and you're not online, you just have a physical location in the town and you're selling there. That's what they're paying for. They come to you, they'll see the outfit, they may try it or they may just purchase it because they believe that yes, this is their size and it will fit. That's what they're paying you for now, the actual outfit that they get. But can you add additional services? Could you now go online and then they will also pay you for delivery? Clear? How are they currently paying? Are they paying you by cash now? So they come to you, they purchase the outfit, they pay you by cash. But if they're purchasing online, it could mean that you need to introduce being able to collect the payment via card, credit cards, or debit cards, or PayPal, whatever it is. So this is how they're now paying by cash. But if you're setting up and creating a business that you want to grow, then you want to add different ways that your customers can pay. How would they prefer to pay? And you can do a survey. You can ask your customers, are you willing to pay for this online? And look around too. Are people paying for things online? Yes. especially in this day and age and based on what is happening in the world. People are paying for their goods and services using their cards, their bank cards. So you can talk to them and check how are they willing to pay, or they could do a transfer to your account. And then another thing that you want to ask yourself is, how much does each revenue stream contribute to the overall revenues? So as a business owner, you must be able to differentiate and to categorize your different revenue streams. So if you're selling your outfits face to face, you have a location, you should be able to, at the end of the day or the end of the week, to determine how much sales you made from people coming to your physical business and purchasing your outfits. You must know that value. You should also be able to calculate and know the income or the revenue that you collected from online customers. So if you have an online store or if you were selling through social media, you should also be able to determine that, okay, I made $50,000 from my online store this week. And when you do this, then you can actually do a comparison. If you made $30,000 from face to face and you made $50,000 from online, then it means that online is working well and you may need to promote online some more. Or it could also be that you decide that, okay, online is doing well, I need to promote face to face some more. So this is what, if you are able to differentiate and to streamline or to categorize your revenue stream, then you are able to determine how much you're making from each revenue stream, and you can add that together to get your overall profits. But then it also helps you to know which is working better or best for your business. Another thing that we want to look at are your key resources. And by key resources, we're talking about the things that you need in order to operate your business. And there are four categories that we want to focus on. We have the physical, the intellectual, human, and financial. So let us look firstly at the physical. The physical resources, they include physical assets such as your manufacturing facilities. So if you are making the clothes for yourself, where do you make them? Are you making it from home, or are you making it from a different location? Is it that you have somebody else who manufactures them for you? Buildings, vehicles, machines, systems, point of sale systems, and distribution systems. All of these physical things that you need to operate your business are physical resources. So if you need a space to rent or to buy or to build, that is your physical resource. Your shop, your stall in the arcade, if you're selling from a cart, your cart, these are your physical resources. If you're selling online, it is also a physical resource. So your website is a physical resource. Your Instagram page is also a physical resource. Whatever you need for your business, the raw material, those are physical resources. Then we want to jump to intellectual resources. So your intellectual resources speak to things such as your brand. So for example, your logo. Do you have a logo for your business? Do you have a name that is specific to your business? So these are what you call intellectual property, and these are owned by your business. Someone else out there can't go ahead and use your business. So say, for example, your business was called Morrison's Fashion. That's your name. So once you have copywritten it or registered it, no one else in Jamaica can go and register their business as Morrison's Fashion, because that is your name, that is your brand. When you create your logo, nobody else can go there and use your logo or use the same logo, especially if you had copywritten the logo and registered it. If you developed a new way of doing something, that is called patent. So you developed a new idea, you invented something new, whether it's a new way to do it or it's a new thing. It's yours. You can't go out there, someone else can't go out there and use it. If they do, you can actually sue them. Understand? Proprietary knowledge. Proprietary knowledge means it's almost like a trade secret. So there are many companies, especially the restaurants who have proprietary knowledge. Some of your favorite fast food restaurants have what you call proprietary knowledge. Nobody knows the secret recipe to get the chicken or the fish to taste the way it does. That is an example of proprietary knowledge. Then we want to jump to human resources. So your human resources speaks to the people who exist in your business. So the humans that work in your business. This includes you as an entrepreneur and also the people who you will employ to work in the business. Or if you have business partners, they are also considered human resources. Now it's very important that, especially if you're employing persons, you employ the right persons for your business. They must have the creative knowledge and skills and energies to help you to grow your business. And the final resource that we want to look at are the financial resources. So your financial resources, they are needed to run your business. And it's very important. You cannot run your business without cash. Even if you started it with no cash, you're going to need the cash to sustain it. You're going to need the cash to expand the business. So cash is an example of financial resources. Lines of credit. By lines of credit, we mean that, for example, you have a good relationship with your bank, they look at your history and you, when you borrowed, you repaid the loan in time. Those are examples of lines of credit. So if you need a loan to expand your business, the bank will actually give you that loan. Credit cards would also come into lines of credit. So you have a credit card with a limit or a high limit. So if you needed to buy a new machine for your business, you can actually use credit. Credit means you're using money that is not yours. So you're using somebody else's money to buy something for your business. But it's very important that you know that when you do this, you need to repay the person or the bank, or you will not have that privilege of borrowing again. Clear? Then we want to look at what we call our key activities. Now, key activities describes the most important things that a business has to do to make its business model work. Basically, what this means is what are the activities that you are doing on a regular basis, on a daily basis in your business. These are the activities that if you don't do them, you will have no business. Some of the categories of key activities includes production. If you have to produce, you're selling jewelry, you have to make the jewelry. If you don't make the jewelry, you will not have anything to sell. So production is very important. If you're not making them yourself, but you're sourcing them from someone else or somewhere else, then it means that you have to purchase. You have to be doing purchasing for your business. If you don't purchase stock, you won't have anything to resell. Another category is problem solving. What problem are you solving? Your business, the businesses that do well are those businesses who are solving problems for other people. So you're solving the problem where people are always complaining I cannot get reasonable, affordable, trendy, fashionable, high quality outfits to wear to work. Your business is solving that problem. You're selling exactly what they want. Another category is the platform or network. By platform or network, we mean that you have to be talking to people in order to sell. This can be tied with sales. Sales and marketing are very important key activities for business. Who are you selling to? Do you have a network of followers? Do you have a network, and your network could include friends, family, or just customers who you meet? They may not have known about you before, but they passed your business and they saw the trendy outfits and they came. And you, in order to build a network, you have to capture their information. So when the customer comes, have a logbook, take their email address, take their phone number so that you can text them and share new products with them. So these are some of the key activities that takes place in a business. And if you don't carry out these key activities, your business will not grow. You will not be able to generate income and you'll not be able to sustain the business and to grow. We want to jump to our key partners. So our key partners They describe the networks of suppliers and partners that make your business model work. Now, we can group your different types of partnerships into 4 different categories. So the first category that we want to look at when we talk about key partners are what we call strategic alliance between non-competitors. So by this we mean that you will have persons who are in different businesses. You're not competing with them. You send customers to them and they send customers to you. Understand? So you want to have that partnership with them because when someone goes to them and they ask for a specific product or service, guess what? They're going to say, oh, go to Morrison's Fashion, they have it. So it could be that in your store, in your clothing store, you don't sell shoes and you're not planning to sell shoes. So the shoe store is not your competitor. So a customer may go into the shoe store and they purchase a shoes and they're like, oh, I want an outfit to go with the shoes. And the person will say, oh, go to Morrison's. Go to Morrison's Fashion. You will get all the outfits that you need. That is an example of a strategic alliance. And it works both ways. It works the other way where the customer will come to you, they will purchase the outfit from you, and then they decide, oh, I need a shoes to go with this outfit. And the shoes that they need to go with this outfit, you are now going to send them to that partner to get the shoes. So that is an example of a key partner as a strategic alliance. Then you have what you call competition. So these are actually strategic alliance between competitors. Did you know that you can work with your competitor? There are many companies and businesses that they sell the same thing, but they work with each other. So you may go to one business and you may find that, oh, I'm out of this, but they're going to send you somewhere. So you wanted something, you wanted a uniform, you're selling school uniforms, you're out of uniforms for a particular high school, but your competitor has. And you have no problem saying to your customer, oh, go down to the other store because they have it. That is an example of competitors working together because your competitor will also do the same for you. Then you have what you call joint ventures to develop new businesses. This is another type of partnership. So you may actually partner with someone or 2 businesses may come together. And an example of that, it could be that yourself and the shoe store now decide to come together to create one big fashion store. And what happens when you do that is that you are now going to bring all of your customers together. And so the customers from the shoe store and your customers from your clothing store now comes together and they get everything in one space. And you share the profits. And then the final category of key partners that we want to look at are what we call our buyer-supplier relationships to assure reliable supplies. If you are in a business, you will have suppliers if you're not manufacturing your goods yourself. And even some manufacturing businesses, they still need suppliers of the raw material. So if you're selling clothes, if you're not making the clothes yourself, then where are you getting them from? Who are your suppliers? Where do you buy the outfits that you sell? Who do you get them from? Where is that store located? How many do you have? If you had one supplier and they're out of outfits, they didn't get any shipment, it will affect your business. So you also need to ensure that you have more than one suppliers for the same goods and services. If you were making the outfit yourself, then you would have needed the cloth. Where did you get the cloth from? Where are you purchasing the cloth from? So even if you're manufacturing the item yourself, you must be able to identify your suppliers for you to get the material that you need to either make the item that you're selling or to provide the service that you're offering or just to resell. So those are all examples of key partners. Some other key partners though will include people such as agencies, that give you the necessary certifications or licenses. So if you were, for example, if you were operating a food business, a restaurant, you would have needed your food handler's permit, and you would have gotten that from the Ministry of Health. Your bank could also be a key partner, or your funders. If you needed a loan to develop your business or to grow your business, then your bank will become a key partner. So those are other examples of key partners. And the final category that we want to focus on is what we call our cost structure. Now, your cost structure describes all the costs incurred in operating a business. It focuses on the most important costs incurred while operating under a particular business model. So what costs does your business incur, do your business have on a daily basis or in general? And we're talking about the main cost. Your cost structure, it creates and delivers value. It allows you to create and deliver value. It allows you to maintain your customer relationships and generate revenue. These are some of the things that your cost structure allows you to do. So some examples of your cost structure, it includes your operational costs. Operational costs will include, are you renting a space to operate your business? So things such as your rent or your lease will be a part of your operation cost because you have to pay these things monthly. Your utility bills, do you have to pay for electricity? Do you have to pay for water? Whatever utility bills that you have, these are part of your costs. Things such as salary. As an entrepreneur, your salary, are you paying yourself? And you should be paying yourself. You should not just be living from the profits that the business is making. Create a salary for yourself. And the salary will be a part of your cost structure. So you need to make that salary to pay yourself. And if you have other employees, then you should also have the salary to pay the employees. So salaries are also part of cost structure. If you are just starting the business, then your cost will include your startup cost. How much money do you need to start your business? And you need to work that out. And your startup costs should be realistic. What is the least amount of money that you need to start this business? So don't sit and think about the ideal amount to say, oh, I would love $10 million to start this business. Yes, that's great. All of us, all entrepreneurs would love $10 million. But if you don't have $10 million, what is the least amount to start this business? I always give the example of the ice cream business, a person who wanted to start the ice cream business. And when I ask this question, most persons usually say $1 million, 500,000. But the truth is, with about $2,500 or maybe 3,000 Jamaican dollars, you can start your ice cream business because all you will need to buy is the ice cream, some cups, and a cone. Use a spoon from your house, set up your stall at your gate, and you start selling. By the time you're finished selling that box of ice cream, you'd have doubled the money that you spent, and you can go and buy 2 boxes of ice cream now and start and sell again and make more money, double that money. Understand? And you'd have started the ice cream business that you thought you needed $1 million to start. So don't be afraid of being realistic and don't be afraid of starting small. So these are the 9 elements of the business model canvas. And as I mentioned earlier, if you are able to create your business model canvas, if you are able to identify the things that you should be looking at under each area of your business model canvas, then it gives you a great idea if you're just starting of what you need and how you can start. And if you've already started, it will give you a great idea of how you can further develop your business. So before we move into the business plan, I would encourage you to get a blank sheet of paper, use the business model canvas in your manual and write the items, write the things that should fall under each area of the business model canvas. So if it was your customer segment, I want you to write working adults, males, females, and you can put age to it. You can be very specific. Or your key activities, write your key activities. If purchasing is a part of your key activities, I want you to write them down. For your revenue stream, if you're selling online, if you're delivering, if you have customers walking in, all of those are 3 different revenue streams. So I want you to write those things down. Your value proposition, it could be that you have excellent customer service, on-time delivery, high quality clothing, or whatever it is that you're selling. If you're into farming, for example, it could be that you have naturally grown products, or you could be selling organic products. All of those are part of your value proposition, and these are the things that you should be recording on your business model canvas. So we're going to now look at the business plan or business planning. So your business model canvas was a one-page document. Business planning, on the other end, or your business plan, is a more detailed document. So your business plan will have different things. And you can have a very simple business plan to a very complex business plan. Now, some of the things that will fall in your business plan, some of the things that you'll have to write in your business plan includes the mission statement for your business. You're going to look at things such as your competitor analysis. So you must know who are the other businesses that exist in your area, in your geographic location, that are selling or offering the same products or services that you are offering. The product description, describing the product or service that you're offering. Marketing plan, how do you plan to market the business and get it out there to persons? Financial planning. Financial planning is a broad one. It includes things such as your startup costs. How much money do you need to start this business? It also includes things such as the amount of money that you will generate in the business on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. It includes things like this. You also need to have a timeline. Do you have an action plan? Are there things that you need to achieve in the business? Did you put a timeline to it? Do you create a timeline? Executive summary. Basically, your executive summary is a complete summary of what is included in your business plan. And then you will have your company background, which is history. If your business has started already, then you're sharing your story of how the business started. If it is a new business, then you can share about how you came up with the idea. You also want to include in your business plan information about your team, the management structure of the business, the team. So many entrepreneurs, I know that you are alone in business now, but if you're thinking about your business growing in the future, what are some of the team members? Who are some of the team members that you will want in your business to help your business to grow? So those are just some areas of the business plan or business planning. So what is a business plan and why is it important? So the business plan, it is a guide. It is a roadmap for your business. It is a more detailed roadmap than your business model canvas. Remember your canvas? Your canvas was on one sheet of paper. Your business plan, it's a more detailed business with more information. So the truth is that you can build out your business model canvas first and then use that canvas to create your more detailed business plan. If you want to apply for funding from a bank or from investors, most times they're going to ask you for your business plan. So you need a detailed business plan to get funding for your business from investors, banks, any lending agency. So to sum it all up, your business plan is a written document that describes in detail the internal and external strategies for how the business is going to achieve its goal over a long period of time or over a period of time. So there are 4 areas that you need to look at or ask yourself some questions in order to create a business plan. The first is the what. So your business plan should answer these questions. So under what is the problem that you're solving? What problem are you solving with your business? Remember, we went through that in the canvas. What problem are you solving? So let's look at a different business for the business plan. We were looking at a clothing business before. Let's look at an agricultural business. So you're selling crops. You're rearing crops to sell. So what problem are you solving? Maybe there are people who are complaining that they can't get certain crops. Maybe they're complaining that the ones that exist has too much pesticides, too many chemicals, so they want naturally grown items, food items. And you decide that, okay, I am able to do this. I'm going to solve this problem for my customers. What is the idea or solution that you have? So you have to describe your business, the idea and solution, what the business is. And you also need to state what you need. What do you need in order for this business to grow? So remember the needs. These include the resources that you need, physical resource, the financial resource, the money that you need, the people that you need. What are the items that you need in order to carry out this business? Then we want to look at who. Who are the target? And by target, we mean who are you selling to? Why did you go and start your farm? Who are you selling it to? You're not just growing products for yourself and your family. Yes, you will benefit, but you are growing for other people. You also want to ask yourself, who are you? Who are you? You should be able to define and determine who you are as a business. So you might be an agricultural business that sells naturally grown crops at reasonable prices for persons within the Mapen area. That's an example of who you are. It could also be that your business, even though you're located in Clarendon, it could be that you're selling right across the country because you're going to be using distribution methods such as delivery services to get your products right across. Then you need to know who is doing the same. Are there other farmers who are producing naturally grown products and selling to people? And if there are, that's okay. So don't be afraid of competition. If somebody else is doing the same thing, don't be afraid of still venturing out and doing it. In fact, if other people are there, when you have competitors, it also helps you to validate your business. And that means that it helps you to realize that, oh, people need this service. That is why other people are doing it. And it also helps to keep you on track because you don't want to slacken up and just offer your products because there are other people out there who are doing it. So you always want to ensure that you're maintaining the high quality and high standard, because if you don't, then your customers will go to other people. Then you want to ask yourself, why? Why do you want to solve this problem? Why do you want to solve this problem? You're going to state that in your business plan. Why? So remember, you already identified what the problem is. Why do you want to solve it? So the why do you want to solve it could be because you have the skills and expertise. It could be that you grew up with parents who were farmers and you were farming from a very young age. And so you understand how to grow healthy products and services. It could also be that this is how you eat. You're passionate about that. You do not like to consume a lot of chemicals, and so you want to share that with other people. Why do customers need it? Why do customers need your product and service? Many persons these days are choosing the healthier options because people are getting sick from eating foods that are processed or have high levels of chemicals. So that could be a reason of why customers need it. Another thing is the how. How will you build this business? How will you build this business? How will you start? You have to think about that and include it in your plan. How are you going to execute it? So your how Some of the answers to your how, it could be that where you live, you have a nice backyard that you can start planting and farming things on. So that's an example of the how. You're going to start in your backyard. What do you need to execute? How are you going to do it? You're going to get some seeds and you're going to get the necessary tools and you're just going to start. A how could also be that you're going to get the necessary knowledge to help you to start, and you're getting that knowledge by participating in this training program. Another thing is how much is needed. And by how much is needed is how much money do you need to start this business? Or how much resources do you need to start this business? How much is needed? And you have to work that out. And as I said, be realistic. Check the price of the items that you need. If you need a wheelbarrow, check the price of the wheelbarrow. Write a list of all the things that you would need to go out there and to start the business. You need some forks, write a list, create a list. You need the soil, you need the seed, create a list, and then put a price to it. So that if you should, when in your business plan, there's a space for that where you're going to be asking, if you're asking for a loan or investment, they're going to need to know how much money do you need. And if you had done the work and the research, then you would have known exactly how much money you need to start the business. And then the final question is, how do you reach your target customers? How are you going to reach your customers? Are you going to make some flyers and pass them out in your community, in the town? Are you going to use a town crier and go around and inform persons that you're now selling different crops that they need? Are you going to create a social media page and advertise on social media? Are you going to walk door to your neighbor and let them know that this is what you're doing? Are you going to go to supermarkets and offer to sell your product to individuals through the supermarket? Those are some of the ways that you can answer how to reach your target customers. So if you answer all of these questions, the what, the who, the why, the how, then you would be surprised to know that you would have been able to write and build out your own business plan. And do not worry, your business plan does not have to be perfect the first time you write it. But answer these questions and then you can get help. Allow someone or ask for help. Get someone to help you to develop on these things that you have started to write. But because you are the entrepreneur, because the idea is within you, it is important that you are able to answer these questions. So just some tips on the process of business planning. Now, it's very important that you select a business name for your business. So if you don't yet have a business name, very important, select a business name. And when you're selecting a business name, you want to ensure that your business name, it relates to the product or service that you are offering. You can compile a list of, say, 10 to 100. Maybe 100 is a lot. But write down some names. I would say minimum 3 names. Minimum 3 names, and then as many as you want. Ensure that the name relates to what you're selling. So don't choose a name where persons are going to have to wonder, oh, but what is that? What do you sell? What are you selling? Or choose a name where they may think you sell something else. Understand? So don't choose a name where they think you sell one thing, but really and truly it's another. And I'll use an example. Do not call yourself Bailey's Restaurant if you're only doing catering. It's better for you to say Bailey's Catering Services than to say Bailey's Restaurant, because when people hear restaurant, they're going to think that they can come to you to dine or to purchase meals and to go. But if you don't do that, you're just preparing meals for special occasions, then you're going to give people the wrong idea. Another thing is, try not to use names that are near to your competitors. So if somebody already has the name Bailey's restaurant and catering service. And even though your last name is Bailey, you don't want to say Bailey's restaurant because it's too close, or Bailey. Do you understand? So you want to choose names that are not near to each other so that people don't confuse you. There are companies where, for example, you have Next Steps Slippers, and then you may have Next Steps Entertainment Center. And especially if the businesses are located in the same location, people may get confused and they may not know who you are. So that's just an example. So try to use different names. Now you need to check if it's legally registered with the Companies Office or Jamaica, or if you're planning to do business in any other country. Now it's important, an important part of operating a business is that you register the business. So you have to check that the name is available. And the Companies Office, you can check this online. You can check if your business name is available online, and they will also tell you if it's available for you to use. They will show you all the other names that are close to your name, and they let you know if it is available for you to use, so you can check that. Avoid geographical names and names of countries. So if you start a business that you want to, that you are going to plan to expand your business to other countries, then you may not want to say Jamaica fashion, unless it is that you're selling Jamaican outfits, then that could be used. So if you're just selling Jamaican outfits and you're going to sell this in the US because there are people who want Jamaican outfits, and that is different. But do not use country names or names of specific locations if you want to move to other places. Avoid unusual spelling and hard to pronounce words. So try not to spell the word incorrectly. Try not to spell the word incorrectly. It will be hard for people to find you. If they're going to search for you, they may not know how to spell it and it will be hard for them. And also, do not use words. Try not to use business names or words that are hard to pronounce, because even if you do so, you will have to spend a lot of time helping people to pronounce the words. Avoid names that could be limiting as your business grows. And there are many examples of this. You know the popular business Juicy Patties, for example. No, Juicy Patties was started by an entrepreneur from Clarendon. And when Juicy Patties started, it was called Juicy Beef. And then later, as his business grew, he had to change it to Juicy Patties because no longer are they selling just beef patties. They're selling all different kinds of patties. They're selling lobster patties, shrimp patties, all different types. Understand? So if you're looking for your business to grow, you want to choose names that will not limit the growth. Make your web name friendly and easy to remember. So make your name web friendly and easy to remember. So again, remember, especially if you're planning to go online, it needs to be a simple name where people can find you easily. They can spell it when they go online and find you. All right, so we went through the different elements of the business plan a few slides ago. So I just want to highlight a few more of them. Okay, so for your business plan, you want to have an executive summary. As I said, your executive summary, it summarizes everything in a business plan. So just to note, usually your executive summary is written last. It's the last thing that you write when you're doing your business plan. The history of the business, as I said, if it is not a new business, how did you start? How did you get the inspiration? And it doesn't have to be any big story or great story. It's just as simple as, how did your business start? How long were you operating? So some of you have been in business for a while. So you want to say the business was established in 2017 and you want to talk about the growth of the business or whatever happened. If it is a new business, you still want to talk about the history to say, the idea came. You can say when the idea came. It could be that the idea came out of this training session when I was asked to identify a problem within my community, and then I identified this problem and I decided to create a business to solve this problem. It could also be that you had this personal problem and you were trying to find a solution, but you couldn't, so you decided to solve it yourself and start your business. The mission statement is one sentence about what your business does. What is the purpose of your business? What is the mission of your business? Then you want to look at your business goals and objectives. What are the goals of the business? What's the purpose of starting the business? What do you hope that the business will achieve? Keys to success speak to what are some of the key things that are going to help you to have business success. What are some of these key things that will help you to recognize that your business is successful? So a key to success, for example, could be excellent customer service, on-time delivery, honesty. Those are some examples of keys to success. Then we want to look at the SWOT analysis. And the SWOT analysis, SWOT means strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. And we're going to be looking at the SWOT analysis in detail, so I won't go through that in details now. So then we're going to jump to the product or service description. You should be able to describe your product and service that you're offering. Someone should be able to read your business plan and clearly identify the product that you're selling or the service that you're offering. Then we have the market analysis. So market analysis speaks to the market, the people out there who are willing to purchase your product, who want to purchase your product. Did you do a market research to check to see if people want what you're selling, if they're willing to pay for what you're selling, if they're willing to pay the price that you are charging? Did you do a market research to see who else is already offering the service that you want to offer? If you do that, if you conduct the market research, then you will be able to create and develop your market analysis. So it's basically analyzing the research and the surveys that you have done. The marketing strategy. Marketing strategy speaks to how will people know about your business? What are you going to do? What strategies, what steps are you going to take to help people to know that you exist? How will they know about your company? How will they know that your service or your product exists? So are you going to advertise on social media? Are you going to put an ad on the radio? Are you going to create flyers, brochures? Are you going to do word of mouth, knock on people's door and tell them about your product? What is your marketing strategy? Operations speak to the general operations or the day-to-day operations of the business. What are some of the key things that you're doing on a daily basis within the business? When do you open? When do you close? You open Mondays to Fridays? Is it 7 days a week? Is it 24 hours? If you're online, it's 24 hours. So it speaks to the operation. Then we have the organization structure. The organization structure speaks to the people in the business. Who are the people? Who is the team that is leading the business? You are the entrepreneur. As I mentioned earlier, it could be that at this point, you're the only one in the business. But if you're thinking about growing the business, which you should, then you want to consider who else will I need to help me to grow this business? Who else do I need to work in this business so that as an entrepreneur, you can work on the business and not in the business to grow the business? And then the final area is your financial analysis. So the financial analysis, it includes your startup cost. How much money do you need to start the business, and you should identify what you need the money to do. So if you need it to build a website, if you need it to create a logo, if you need it to buy raw material, whatever it is, you need to know the startup cost. You also need to create what we call a projection for the business. So projected financial statement, how much money do you plan to make within a certain period? It could be for the year. You need to know the selling price for your products, and you need to know the cost price. So if you're selling clothes, for example, how much did you spend for this outfit? And based on what you spent to buy it, you're going to have what you call your markup, and then you decide how much you're going to resell it for. And you have to take into consideration when you're making your prices generally, it cannot be just a random figure, but you want to look at your transportation cost. Did you have to pay to go buy this product? Do you have to pay for the location that you are in? You want to look at all of these things to help you to determine the right price to resell your product. So these are elements of the business plan. These are the topics and the themes that you're going to be building out under to create your business plan. All right, so let us jump to our SWOT analysis. So remember I said your SWOT analysis includes your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the business. So when we look at the strengths, what characteristics of your business give you an advantage over other? So I want to highlight that the strengths and weaknesses are internal. They're within the business, things that you have direct control over. While your opportunities and threats, they're external. You may not have any direct control over them. So some strengths in your business, what are you good at in the business? So it could be that you have a great team. It could be that you have the technical know-how, so you know how to farm. You know how to do this. You have a great team. You already have help. You have a partner, or you have employees. What are some of the other strengths? It could be that you already have the items. So you're making jewelry, you already have the raw material for your business, or you know how to source them. You have the skill to make unique jewelry to sell to your customers. Clear? So those are some examples of strengths. When you look at the weaknesses, what are some of the weaknesses within the business? So weaknesses, what characteristics place you at a disadvantage in your business? So the weaknesses could include things such as you may not have enough team members. So right now, you're the only one working in the business and you need more help because you're getting orders and you cannot fulfill them because you do not have enough help. So a weakness of the business right now is that you don't have sufficient team members. A weakness of the business could also be that you don't have the funding that you need. You want to expand the business, you want to grow the business, or you want to start the business, but you don't have the money. So lack of funding, lack of finances. You may need a space, a physical location, but you don't have one. And so that could also be a weakness. So remember, strengths and weaknesses are internal. Then you want to look at your opportunities and threats, which are external. So opportunities, what upcoming events could benefit your business? What opportunities exist out there that could actually benefit your business? And one of the things that you can use to help you to determine the opportunities is that you need to be aware of what is happening, but you can also look at your strengths and weaknesses and use that as a guide to determine if there are opportunities. So let me use an example of that. One of your weaknesses was that you didn't have the right team members in your business. But guess what? An opportunity is that there are a lot of people out there looking for jobs. So the opportunity is that there are people looking for jobs, and then you see organizations or institutions training people in your area. So you want somebody who has farming background and farming skills. And there are many schools out there who are offering programs in farming. And so the opportunity is that there are people who are qualified to work in your business. So that's an opportunity. So once you're ready to hire them, you can because they exist. Another opportunity could be that the government is giving grants for small business owners. So your weakness was that you didn't have enough funding, but guess what? The opportunity is that you can apply to get funding from the program. An opportunity could also be that you have access to technical training to grow your business. And that opportunity is what this program is offering, where you have access to training to grow your business or to start your business. Then you want to look at the threats. So the threats are there any elements in the environment that could harm your business? What are some of the things that could threaten your business, that could really harm your business? And as I said, these are things that you have no control over. So some examples of threats could be natural disasters. You have no control over natural disasters. So you are into farming and there was a flood, and guess what? The flood destroyed all of your crops. That is a threat. So natural disasters such as flooding, hurricanes, earthquake, those are some things that can threaten your business. Some other threats could also be that what you call, for example, inflation. So if the price of things keep going up and the value of the Jamaican dollar keeps going down, then it's going to affect your business because you're going to end up paying more for your raw material, and maybe you're not going to be able to make it back because you'd have to hike the price of your products and people may not buy. Crime and violence could also be threats. If there's crime and violence in your area, you may have to close your business for days or weeks or even close it permanently. So those are examples of threats that can affect your business. Here and there you have an example of a SWOT analysis. So you can also go through this and look at it and then think about the business that you're in and create your very own SWOT analysis for your business. So you can create your SWOT analysis for your business based on what we would have gone through. So the final thing that we want to look at today is the SMART goal setting process. Now, the word SMART is an acronym for S stands for specific, the M stands for measurable, A attainable, R realistic, T timely. And we use this acronym to help us to set goals, to set real goals that we can achieve. So let us look at what each area is. So when you're setting a goal, and you can use this not only for your business, but you can also use it for your personal life. What goals do you have for yourself and what goals do you have for your business? When you're setting these goals, the first one says, is it specific? So your goal should be as specific as possible. It should answer the questions, what is your goal? How often or how much? Where will it take place? So for example, let us use one for the business. You want your business, a general goal, which is not specific, would be, I want my business to be profitable. That's not specific. That's very what you call wide or vague. What is a profitable business? Profitable may mean something different for your business compared to another business. So what does that mean? So to make that goal specific, it could mean that you will say, I want to generate $500,000 profit by the end of 2021. That's an example of a very specific goal. And when you set a goal like that, it means that you're able to now break it down and to measure it. So that takes us to the next one, measurable. How will you measure your goal? How will you know if you've achieved your goal? So if you set that goal that you want to generate profits of $500,000 by the end of the year, it was specific, you know the amount that you wanted to generate, and you also had by when. So you can measure. If you reach 6 months in the year, you can look to say, okay, how much have I earned? So if you know that you've generated $300,000 by the 6th month, which is the end of June, then you know that, wow, you'd have accomplished half of your goal. So you're able to measure it. So you know that you either need to continue doing what you are doing to get to this point, or you need to do more. Understand? So those are examples of how you can measure your specific goal. Your goal should be attainable. They should push you, but it is important that they are also achievable or attainable. So don't be unrealistic. You know your business, you know your market, you know the work that you're putting in. Set goals that are attainable and achievable, realistic. Understand? So if you know that you're not putting in the work to achieve the $500,000 and you don't have enough customers, you don't have the resources, then if you set a goal of making a profit of 500,000, that may not be attainable for you. And this is personal to your business, because 500,000 can be attainable for somebody else but not be attainable for you, and vice versa, attainable for you but not somebody else. So you want to ensure that you are able to attain this goal. Your goal should also be realistic. So is your goal and time frame realistic for the goal you have established? So realistic and attainable, they also work hand in hand, and it works hand in hand with time frame. So the $500,000 could be a very realistic goal if you say by the end of the year. But if you had said, I want to have $500,000 profit by the end of April, that might not be realistic based on where you are at. So again, it should be realistic, and you can make your goal realistic by adding a time frame to it. So you may add a longer time frame or a shorter time frame to make it realistic. You can also change the goal or the figure. And then the final area under the SMART goal setting is timely. Do you have a time frame listed in your SMART goal? Now, what the time frame does, it helps to keep you accountable, and it also motivates you. So because you said at the end of the year, guess what? You can track it, you can break it down, you can break down how much money you need to make per month. If you have 12 months, if you give yourself 12 months to achieve this goal, then it means that you can break it down to say, oh, I need to make this amount of money every month in order to get to my big goal at the end of the year. And then you can track it to say, am I fulfilling this? Am I getting this? And then it will motivate you. So if you made it this month, if you achieved your goal, then next month you will work as hard or even harder to achieve it and even surpass it. So this is what SMART goal setting is. And if we practice SMART goal setting, I can guarantee you that you will see a difference in your goals and also in you achieving your goals once you're willing to put the work in. Now I have an activity for you. The activity that I want you to do is you are going to help to fill out this table for this SMART goal. So for this business, the first one, the target is to achieve sales of 5 million. What I want you to do is to put when that should happen. This business wants to get a sales or to get sales of $5 million. So I want you to put a realistic time frame by when should it happen. And if you notice, there's another column that speaks to objectives. What is needed to make this happen? For this particular business, they need to reduce the membership fee so that more people can access the service. And they need to increase the number of promotion during the period. So they need to promote, they need to market, they need to advertise. And they also need to go online. So they were just doing face-to-face, so they need to go online. So based on that, I want you to identify, give me a reasonable timeline when this business can actually achieve that. Another goal is number 2, staff training in project management. So this company wants all their staff to have training in project management. When should it happen? In 1 year, right? So in 1 year from today, 1 year from they set the date or the goal. So you can even be more specific to put, if it's 1 year from the day the goal was set, you put the exact date next year. What would be needed to make this happen? So I want you to think about it. What are some of the things that would be needed to ensure that all the staff are trained in project management? Think about it. I'll give you 30 seconds or a minute. So I'm going to give you 2 examples. What are some of the things that would be needed? First, they would need to maybe identify a trainer. Who is going to do this training in project management? So that is one objective. Identify a trainer. Then they may need to set a date, a specific date for the training. And they would set that date based on the availability of the staff. Clear? Another objective could be that they need to create a curriculum. Is it that the facilitator will create the curriculum? It could be. And then they also need to decide, how will this training take place? Is it going to be online or is it going to be face-to-face? And those things need to put in place. And if it is online, then they need to set up the link so that staff can access it. And if it's face-to-face, then they need to book the venue or location so that it can happen. So those are the things that would actually make this goal achievable. And then the third example is, this business wants to open a new location, and by when? In 2 years. What are some of the things that are needed for this business to open its new location in 2 years? So I'm going to leave that one to you, but I hope you're getting the point of SMART goal setting. The goal must be specific, there must be a timeline, and then when you add the objectives to say what is needed to make this happen, you can actually help to track that. So you can check off, did I reduce the membership fees? Did I increase the number of promotion during the period? Did I start offering online services? Things that you can actually track. So I wanted to just highlight some business tools that are very important in order for you to successfully operate your business. And by business tools, they're basically anything that can be used to help you to operate a more successful business, to make your business more efficient. And you have different tools. You have accounting software. And accounting software, this helps you to keep track of your finances. There are many online softwares that you can use. One that I use, it's called Waves. Wave is free. It helps you to create invoices. So if somebody bought a product from you, you can use Waves to create an invoice that you can send to your customer. You can send the invoice. If somebody wants a quotation for the business, then you can use Wave to send the quotation. When you do the invoice, Wave will automatically send them a reminder that they need to pay you. After they paid you, then Waves will record the payment, and then you have that to do your accounting at the end of the year. You also have QuickBooks. QuickBooks is similar to Waves, but this one is paid, so you'll have to purchase QuickBooks, and this is available both offline and online. Then you have stock management tools, where you can use to record the number of stock that you have. So stock management tools such as you can create your own using Excel, so you can literally write each thing that you're selling in an Excel sheet. You have the quantity, you have the name of the product, and you may even have a column for balance remaining and number of items sold. And what happens is that when you use this tool, it will help you to know when you need to restock, so when you need to go back to the store to get new stock, or when you need to order. And you can also use Google Sheets for that. Other business tools for marketing and promotion, social media management tools. So you're promoting your business on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook. You don't have to literally go on every day to make the post yourself. You can set up the promotion. So you can use things such as Hootsuite, Buffer, Canva to make the nice flyers or posters, and then you can schedule them using Hootsuite or Buffer. If you want to send emails to your customers, you can use MailChimp to send it. So instead of just logging into your email and emailing your customers, you can set up the emails in MailChimp, and MailChimp will allow you to send nicer emails with photos and so forth. But then guess what? You can also automate it so that you don't have to be sending out the emails all the time. And then you have scheduling software. So if you have a product or service where you're offering consultation and people have to call you for you to tell them what you're doing and so forth, then you want them to book your calendar so that you don't have two different customers at the same time. And Calendly is an example of a booking or scheduling software that you can use. Then, if you have to have meetings, and in this day and age that we're in, and the time that we're operating in now, a lot of things are happening online. We're not able to go face to face to many things anymore. So you may want to schedule online meetings with potential customers or customers, sell your products using presentations and so forth. And you can do that using meeting software such as Zoom, Skype, Google Hangouts. So that takes us to the end of the session for today. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to place them below in the comment section, or please feel free to reach out to me personally, and I'll be sure to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much. This has been session 2 on strategic planning. And just a reminder that if you start using these tools for your business, I can guarantee you that you will see a difference in your business. Remember that your business is not just operating. You're not just operating your business for yourself, and so that you are the only one who works in it. That if you are not working in the business today, then you won't generate any money. You want to create a business that is going to grow, that is going to allow you to take a break, to take a vacation, and the business is still in operation and earning. And if you want to get to that point, you also want to operate a business that is going to generate the levels of income that not only can take care of you on a weekly basis or a daily basis, but you want to generate income that you can save for your children, save for your grandchildren, you understand, to achieve your larger goals. But in order to get to this place, it is a must that you do some strategic planning and use the tools that you'd have learned today to take you there. So again, thank you, and I look forward to any questions that you might have.